and welcome to Yarn Stitch Color. Today I am going to show you how to make this simple yet pretty blanket in crochet. This I have made in a very small size, but you can use it to make baby blankets or blankets for adults, but this is a square size, like a square shaped blanket, and there's a very dainty border to it. We've used two colors here, but just remember that we are changing colors every round. So every time we stop the yellow and begin on the blue, there will be a end to weave in. So there will be lots of ends to weave in. For when I was making this blanket, I kept weaving in the ends as I go, so that I don't have a bunch of work at the end. Like I've said, it's a square shaped blanket. You are free to make even smaller, just a few rows, so that you could have like a coaster or something, or just a mat to put on the table. So this is a very versatile use. This design has a very versatile use, so you can choose to make what you like with it. So let's begin and see what we need to make this blanket. We need two colors of yarn. Here I have taken a light decay weight yarn, and to make a blanket of 15.5 inches by 15.5, because it's a square, so 15.5 by 15.5 inches, I have used 80 grams of yarn. If you consider this dainty little border, the whole thing was 16.5 into 16.5, and it took 80 grams of yarn. So you can calculate accordingly, or because this is such a blanket which could also be a stash buster, so you could go with the flow and just see whatever you need, but I will never recommend changing yarn weights in between. So whatever, even if you're using yarn from your stash, stick to one weight. So I'll leave these here, and then I have a hook here. I have used a 4 mm crochet hook. We need a few markers, actually just one or two would be good, and scissors and a needle for weaving in the ends. So we'll be using tapestry needle a lot in this blanket. So let's begin. This blanket is worked from the center, so we begin from here and grow till the edge. Now I will begin with a color that I require for these petals. Okay, so whatever color you want here and onwards for all these petals, pick that color, and we will begin with a magic ring or a magic circle. Now I am a right-handed crocheter, and so I am going to hold the short tail of the yarn in my left hand. Okay, and with the working yarn, I am simply going to wrap around my finger like so, and have a cross in the front and parallel lines at the back. Now just insert your hook under the first one, pull the second string of yarn through it, take it firmly and securely onto the hook, and turn the hook like this. Okay, see, instead of this, my hook is going to look up. Now I am simply going to slide my finger out of that circle, pick the working yarn, okay, this one, and chain 3. Now I will place a marker on the third chain. You should always be able to see this third loop. To make the first double crochet, simply yarn over, insert into the circle under both the strings of yarn, yarn over and pull up a loop. When we pull this loop, we are going to pull it nice and tall. We have 3 loops on the hook. Yarn over, pull through 2, hold firmly, yarn over and pull through 2. So that's a double crochet, and we will be using this stitch throughout this blanket, a lot of it. Okay, so yarn over, insert, yarn over and pull up, 3 on the hook, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2 loops. So here now we'll call this a petal, and it consists of 3 double crochets, but the first petal will always have a chain 3 and 2 double crochets. So a chain 3 is going to substitute for a double crochet. Now chain 2 and place 3 double crochets into the circle. This is a lot like granny square, the classic granny square I mean. So we have a petal there, chain 2 and 1 more petal. And 1 more. So after each petal we've been making chain 2. And the last chain 2 looks like this. Pull this short tail of yarn by holding rest of it, and the center circle will close. I would want to pull it a bit more. Like so. And then we will join with a slip stitch to the place where we have kept a marker. So insert in the top of chain 3, insert in the top of chain 3 like this, yarn over and pull through that stitch, as well as the loop on your hook. Now for the next 2 double crochets we are going to place a slip stitch over both of them. So insert, yarn over, pull and pull through, insert, yarn over, pull and pull through, and the last one in the corner. So insert in the corner itself, not into any stitch, yarn over, pull and pull through. Okay, then chain 1, sink it and cut the yarn. So this is our first round. Now let's begin on the next one. We can begin on the next round in any of the chain 2 spaces. Okay, so in any of these spaces. I choose not to begin where I ended. Okay, so I ended my last round here, right? I choose to begin at a different point just to spread out the knots. Now I'd like to show you how to begin without a slip knot, but if you're not very comfortable with that idea, you can surely go ahead and make a slip knot and put it on your hook and begin with it. Let me show you that too. So for that we make a slip knot, put it onto your hook, insert your hook whichever chain 2 space you'd like to, like this. Just insert your hook, yarn over and pull it through this loop on your hook. It will be loose like this. Just tighten it, then again insert and make the first single crochet. Okay, but this gives me this sort of a start and I don't want that. So I'm going to show you how to start without a slip knot. This doesn't require a lot of skill. just a bit of practice. So take a good tail, hold it like so, little firmly and tight like this. Take your hook and wrap the yarn around it like this. So you see it looks like this. Okay, now hold on to this short tail and your loop. So if I leave this, it is still in place. Okay, but I'm not going to leave it. I'm going to hold everything. Insert it into the chain 2 space, yarn over and pull up. See, I've still not left the short tail or the loop on my hook, but now I will. And I'll hold like this. I have 2 on the hook. They act as 2 loops that we require for a single crochet. Okay, yarn over and pull through. I know I'm making this blanket for everybody who's just beginning on crochet also, but it is not meant for somebody who's doing single crochets or double crochets absolutely for the first time. I'm trying to include something that would be new to even people who've been crocheting for 6 months or a year. Okay, so please take what you like, what is easily possible, and no stress about exactly what you should do. But the first thing that we make here is a single crochet and then chain 2. We are in a corner, so we are going to make a chain 2 and then place another single crochet. So simply insert into the chain 2 space, yarn over and pull up. We have 2 on the hook, yarn over and pull through both. So that's how we've made a corner. Then we will do chain 3. Over the single petal, we will always be doing chain 3 here. Then corner in a corner, that's a single crochet, chain 2 and a single crochet. All of this in the corner which was formed by the chain 2 from previous round. Chain 3 and a corner in a corner. So single crochet, chain 2 and a single crochet in the corner, chain 3, and this corner or the tail we are just going to hold it down and continue working over it. There is no separate color change, so it's okay even if we hold it under the work and keep working over it. It looks like this. Okay, and now here we will insert in the first chain single crochet, slip and a slip in the corner. That's it, and then chain 1, pull it tight and cut the yarn, pull this out. That's our round 2. Now let's begin on round 3. Here again I'm going to show you how we can begin without a slip knot for a double crochet. So simply again hold your yarn like this, okay, leaving a very small tail here because all of this will also become like a tail. So you're holding it firm, keep your hook onto the yarn, wrap the yarn like this, hold the loop on your hook. See, we are like this. Okay, hold this loop firmly and wrap over the working yarn once more. So you have 2 loops on the hook. Now I'm going to pick the work and leave this tail behind the work, hold my working yarn, insert hook into the chain 2 space, yarn over and pull up. Now I'm going to hold the short tail also, and I have 3 loops on my hook. Okay, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. That's my first double crochet. Now I will place 2 more double crochets to make a petal in the same chain 2 space. That's a corner. And then chain 2. Now place 1 more petal in the same corner. So 3 double crochets. Okay. There is no chain 1 or anything in between. Simply yarn over and place 3 double crochets into the chain 3 space. Avoid having a tight stitch tension. Then yarn over, corner in a corner. So make a petal of 3 double crochets. Ensure you're working into the chain 2 space like this. Okay, avoid getting into these spaces or creating any confusion for yourself. Chain 2 and a petal into the same chain 2 space. That's a corner. And keep turning your work like this as you are going ahead and making other petals. Okay, don't keep your work like this. Turn it. Turn it. So I'm saying don't keep it like this. Turn it to always ensure that your work and your hook are parallel to each other. That will give you the best stitch tension and less or no hand pain, and every stitch will look perfect. Otherwise these stitches where you're holding your work like this will look very loose. Okay, so keep repeating this. I have made a petal here, so 3 double crochets in the chain 3 space. Okay, now we will make a corner in a corner, then 3 here, double crochets, corner in a corner, 3 double crochets here. Okay, continue making that and I'll meet you here. So this is how it looks, and this was our start, right? So here this is how it looks, and this was our start. In the beginning you can also choose to place a stitch marker here, but even if you've not, just ensure that you insert under 2 loops. See these? They will be clearly visible, but just that we have to make a little effort and not pull this tail tight. This is because we began with without a slip knot. Okay, so you have these 2 double crochets and before that this one. So simply insert your hook there, and the slip stitch remains as usual. So yarn over and pull through. No tugging, nothing tight. Insert in the next one, yarn over and pull through. Insert, yarn over and pull through. So we've reached the corner. Insert into the corner, yarn over and pull through, and chain 1, sink it, and cut the tail and pull this out. This is how it looks at the end of the 3rd round. So these are the tails I was referring to in the beginning. We will have to weave all of these in. There's a dedicated video about how to weave in the tails, but I'll leave its link in the description box. But just to share quickly, please weave in the tail of color A under the stitches of color A. Okay, and the color B, because it is like this, you know, a very thin stitch or just a chain, you can surely take it behind these. As much as possible, try to keep them invisible. Now we will begin on round 4. Okay, hold this, bring your work here and insert it into the chain 2 space. Yarn over and pull up a loop, hold the short tail, yarn over and pull through both. That's our first single crochet. Now chain 2 and another single crochet, chain 3 and a single crochet between 2 petals. So you're going to make a chain 3 over each petal. So again chain 3 and a single crochet between 2 petals, chain 3, single crochet in the corner space, chain 2 because we are in a corner, and a single crochet into the corner space. So corner in a corner, and a corner will always have single crochet and chain 2 and a single crochet. Now chain 3, single crochet between the petals, chain 3, a single crochet between the petals, chain 3 and a corner in a corner. So in short, we will be repeating what we've made in this round and the previous round to make our blanket. Looks like this. Keep repeating what I've just shown you about chain 3 over the petals and corner in a corner. So single crochet, chain 2, single crochet. Keep repeating that till you reach here. So we are here now at the end of this round, and simply insert in the top of single crochet, slip stitch, insert in the corner, slip stitch, chain 1, sink it and cut the yarn. Okay, now go on to repeat this round that we made with the pink color, and you can make it just the way we made this round. So we will begin in a corner, and every corner will take 2 petals with a chain 2 in between here. Chain 3 spaces will take a single petal, so just 3 double crochets, then 3 double crochets, 3 double crochets here. Okay, and then a corner will have 3 double crochets, chain 2, 3 double crochets. So that would be your next round, and the round after that again would be like this. Always begin in corners, and to end any round always slip stitch your way to the chain 2 space. Okay, so you can make it as big as you like and meet me. Also ensure that you end on a repeat of round 3. Okay, like so. So this is a repeat of, this yellow one is a repeat of round 3. So that's where you will end. That will be your last round. So for the border, I am picking this mint color. You are free to make with any color that you like as per the final aesthetics that you'd like. So now we are going to again make a single crochet. So I'm starting off with the wrap like this, and not with a slip knot, same that I did earlier. Okay, you're free to do as you please. Insert into the corner and yarn over and pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. So we have a single crochet there, and I'm going to put a stitch marker. As much as possible, always try to use a stitch marker on the first stitch that you make. Now I will place 2 more single crochets into the corner. So I have a total of 3 single crochets. Now I will simply make 1 single crochet in the top of each stitch. So insert under the stitch, yarn over, pull up, yarn over, pull through 2. Keep making 1 in each stitch till you reach a corner. In the corner, place 3 single crochets into the chain 2 space. So now here we are at a corner where we had done slip stitches. Here you will see 4 slip stitches. Let me just try to focus. Yeah. Here you will see these 4 slip stitches, okay? Starting from here, 1, 2, 3 and 4. We have to do in the first 3 because the 4th one, remember, we were doing it in the corner. So this is our first slip stitch into which we will work a single crochet, and remember to work in the slip stitch and not on the stitch at the base. Okay, so keep your slip stitches loose. Here you have made 3 single crochets. 4th one will look like this, and we will be tempted to make 1 here also. Okay, this slip stitch, if you see closely, was made into the corner. You see this? Made into the corner. So don't make a single crochet into that. You can also count. Okay, you should have single crochets just as many as double crochets. Only in the corner you're going to have 3. And now when it looks like this, for this particular corner where you had joined with slip stitches, then work into the corner. Make 3 single crochets, turn your work, rotate your work, actually not turn it, just rotate a bit, and continue making a single crochet into the top of each stitch. So after we've made the last single crochet, remove the marker and insert your hook into the top of the first single crochet, yarn over and pull through. So we've made a slip stitch here. Insert into the same single crochet, yarn over and pull up, and make a single crochet there. Okay, and put a marker. So in the first one, let me just complete this and show you. Okay, so here we are at the corner, and in the corner we have 3 single crochets, right? So in the first one we've placed a single crochet. In the next one we are going to make a picot. So to make a picot, okay, so to make a picot we will make a single crochet, chain 3, and insert into these 2 stitches. Okay, so a top bar of the single crochet and the front bar of the single crochet, and make a slip. That's it. Okay, rotate your work a bit, and in the next single crochet we will place a single crochet. The next one we will make a single crochet with a picot, or the whole thing together is also called a picot. So we'll insert there, yarn over and pull through. That's a slip stitch. Then in the next one we'll make a single crochet. Next one we'll make a picot. So single crochet, chain 3, insert under the 2 bars in the front, yarn over, pull, make a slip and a single crochet in the next, and continue doing this. So please subscribe, leave a thumbs up and a comment. Thank you so much for watching.